السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. ما بعد. Inshallah, in a few minutes I like to mention some questions came to me. The first one about the Zakat. One of the brothers, we can say a new Muslim, 4 years, we consider him as a new Muslim. He asked me about the Zakah. What are the rules of Zakah? So I mentioned that the rules of Zakah, I will not go into details, but number one, okay, you own the nisab. You own the nisab. What is the meaning of nisab? That you reach an amount. After that, the zakah means the compulsory charity. It is wajib, it is compulsory from this point, which equals 20 dinar. 20 dinar. Okay? In Sharia, in the ahadith and the books of fiqh, when they say dinar, it doesn't mean our dinar. Okay? It means an amount of gold. Each dinar equals to about 4.2 grams of gold. So 20 dinar, how much? About 84 or 4.25. So it is the Baytul Zakat here in Kuwait, they estimated 85.5 grams of gold. And it is a pure gold. What do you mean by saying pure gold? Which qirat? 24 qirat. Okay? So if you have this amount, okay, this is the fatwa of Bayt al-Zakah here in Kuwait, it is 85.5 grams. So number one, if you have this much of gold, or what equals to this amount of gold, and it differs from one time to another time. Yeah, and maybe before, I remember before 15 years, yeah, about 2004, something like this, it was 3.5 dinar. 1 gram of gold, 21 qirat, was 3 dinars or 3.5, something like this. But now, how much? About 13. So now maybe the nisab more than 1,000. So we tell people the rule, and now it is very easy to calculate. So now maybe in your place you can calculate how much. 85. Maybe anyone of the brothers can calculate now. Can you check? It is 1,000. 24 qirat. Huh? So this is condition number one, that you have this amount. We say 85.5 grams of gold. Because if I say 1,000 dinar Kuwaiti, so maybe you don't know how much exactly in the Indian rupees or the dollar. So when we say 85, khalas. All the people around the world, they know the gold. So this is number one. So number one, you reach this amount. Number two, you own this amount of gold, or what equals to this gold. So this is my money. It is not my father's money or my wife's money. It is my money. You own it, and you can use it. Okay, what is the difference that I own this money and I use it? Sometimes you own the money, but you cannot use it. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Sometimes I own the money, but it is in the bank, but there is a block or something, so you need to do some paperwork, and they release your money. So right now I cannot use the money. And sometimes there is a case in the court. There is a case in the court, and the case takes maybe 1 year or 2 years. Okay, now, should I give the zakah? No, I should not give the zakah. Why? I own this, is my money. Maybe it is 10,000 KD or 100,000 KD. We tell you, no, you should not give the zakah. Why? You own the money. This is your name. but you cannot use the money. So I cannot ask people to give the zakah and they cannot use the money. Okay, so you reach to the amount 85.5 grams of pure gold. You own the money and you can use the money. In Arabic they say al-mulk al-milk at-tam. Not only owning, mulk at-tam. It means that you can use it. وحال عليه الحول, after 1 year. But which year? The lunar, the Arabic. So this brother, yani, he shocked. The Arabic? Yes, because in Islam, all our rules according to the Arabic calendar. Yes, it is not a big difference for 1 year. Because every year, how many days the difference? 11 days. 11 days. But for example, if you fix in January, your zakah in January. So this year in January, next year in January. Okay, after the third year in January, but after the fourth year, it should be December. Okay, after 9 years, it is October. Okay, so you have to stick to the Islamic calendar, the Arabic, the lunar. Okay, so basically these are the conditions. As I said, I don't like to go on details because this takes hours. Okay, so subhanallah, the point is that also another important point about regarding the da'wah and new Muslims. Yani, 4 years, I think this is more than enough to know the basics, because the zakah one of the pillars of Islam. So this is not acceptable that they don't know. Maybe it is his mistake, and maybe it is our mistakes, because we do not teach him, because we do not take his contact number and we do not give him a book or something like this. I mean, this is the responsibility of the community around him. I know this is a new Muslim. Okay, I should teach. Yani, Zamallah khair, some of the brothers who accept, also sisters, they are new Muslims for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Okay, maybe they like to learn Islam, but they don't learn the basics. They say, I like to learn Arabic. Okay, this is very good. I like to know how to recite Quran. This is very important. Okay, yes, he should learn, she should learn how to recite the Quran, but which one? Number 1, Surah Al-Fatiha. This is compulsory for the Salah. But don't start with him Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Ali Imran, and you teach him the tajweed in details, and he doesn't know the Salah, the rules of Salah. He doesn't know the rules of Hajj and fasting and this is a mistake from the da'iyah. We should guide them. The da'iyah should guide people. He should not be guided by people. You as a da'iyah, I guide the people. If people said, okay, I like to know the rules of tajweed in details. He's a new Muslim, only 2-3 months. I should tell him, please, wait. You should learn at the beginning the basics. The aqidah, the pillars of faith, the 6 pillars of faith, arkan al-iman, arkan Islam. Not in details, but give him the basics. Yani, for example, the zakah. I should not teach him, for example, the zakah of cows. If you have 30 cows, then you have to give 1 young cow. If you have 5 camels, you have to give one sheep. Okay, we are here in the city. Maybe he knows nothing about the cows, the camels, the sheep. So what is the benefit? I mean, right now, yes, no doubt it is beneficial because it is part of Sharia. But I mean, as a beginning, I teach him the charity of the dates and the grapes. It is not a wisdom to teach him right now. Give him the basics. Okay, so this is very important. Another question about the family. One of the brothers, young boy, about 15 years old, he's asked me that my parents, they used to listen to the music, and when they go to a restaurant, and they are playing the music. They don't care it is on or off. Okay, sometimes maybe my friend would exposed awra when they play. First of all, we have to know what is halal and what is haram. Wallahi, music is haram. Drinking alcohol is haram. Stealing is haram. We have to know this. And also, we have to teach people what is haram and what is halal. But it is, I agree, it is more difficult when it is inside the family, especially the parents, and especially when you are young. Some of the brothers or sisters, 13 years old, 14 years old, maybe 10 years old, he started to practice Islam. They start to learn Islam. Okay, now, for maybe 15 years or 13 years, I'm using the music. Maybe I have a musical instrument, and I play the music and I expose my aura. But now I started to practice Islam. The shock now, my parents against me. You have to be kind. You have to be wise. Should I go and stay in my room? Should I go outside the house? This is not the correct way. These are your parents. And the past 15 years, you were doing the same thing with them. So do you think that you will change them in one night or one day or 1 week? Maybe. But most of the time, it is not the case. And also your parents, alhamdulillah, they are Muslims. MashaAllah, your mother with hijab, your father praying on time, but they listen to the music. So they are Muslims, alhamdulillah. So inshallah, there is a big chance they follow the haqq. Okay, so it is difficult for a father 50 years old, 60 years old, to take the information from his son who is 16 years old. It is difficult. Not only for the parents, from anyone, generally, of course, not everyone. But usually, if you are young and you advise an old man, old woman, they will not listen. Okay, so you have to bear in mind this point. So it should be in a good way. Maybe not. Maybe I don't tell them directly, this is haram. Or dad, you are listening to the music. Music is haram, so you are a sinner. Allah will punish you. It should not be in this way. Okay, maybe you can give them, send your father a video, or you put the channel on TV, the sheikhs talk about the music, something like this. It should be in a wise way. And you know your father more than us. Maybe my relationship with my father, a relationship of respect. Some parents respect the children. For example, if the son or if the daughter asks the father, if they request from the parents, please stop reduce the volume, they will listen. They respect, alhamdulillah. Okay, but for other family, no. So it depends. What is the way? But please, don't say, I will stay in the room, I don't care about them. Let them go to the hell. They are not listening. I told them one time and khalas, that's it. Oh, this is the wrong way. You have to be careful. You have to be patient. Especially with your parents. Maybe not from the first time, the second time. You have to live with them. Don't escape your family. If you escape your family, who will advise them? Who will advise your parents? You told your parents, oh, that music is haram, music is haram. Your father is not listening. So khalas, oh, that I will not sit with you. I will not take the dinner with you. I will not take the lunch with you. I will not travel with you. Okay, then who will guide them? They want you to show, they want to see the good example, the role model of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in their son. And inshallah later they will listen to you. Later, inshallah, they will listen to you. But we need to be patient, especially with the parents. Always I give an example for the parents with your kids. Your son, your daughter is sick. Your son, 3 years old, and he is sick, fever, infection in the tonsils, and maybe vomiting, diarrhea. The doctor said he should take this antibiotic. He gave you this, take this antibiotic 7 days, augmentin 7 days, twice a day. Yalla, now it is your responsibility, you as a father and you as a mother. You give your son, yalla, take the medicine, habibi. Okay, no, I don't like it. Okay, when your son say, I don't like it, khalas, you threw the medicine, you will try your best. You will do everything to make your son to drink the medicine. Yalla, habibi, take the mobile. So see this cartoon. Yalla, let's, and if you take the medicine, I'll buy ice cream for you. Sah? You try different ways. Okay, why we are not doing this with the parents? We do this with our children. So do the same thing and more with your parents. Inshallah, they will listen. I mean, the point is, try and think. Be wise, be smart. And giving the da'wah, of course, to people and especially to the parents. This is very, very important. This is very important. Third point, and the last, inshallah. People, not only now, every time they are talking about and criticizing the others. I mean, other countries, the government, the rulers. First of all, we want to discuss this issue as a personal issue. Now you are criticizing a ruler, a government, one of the ministers. Are you ready at the day of judgment to answer Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah will ask you. Allah will ask you. Why did you criticize? Why you said this word, this bad word about this ruler, about this government, about this minister? Allah will ask you. Wallah, he's doing bad. Okay, he's doing that. But what is your job now? You are in a country and he's in a different country. Or you are sitting at home and you are criticizing him in front of your wife. Okay, so now what is the benefit? So you consider this as a mistake. Yes, this is a major mistake. Did you advise him? No, I'm telling this to my children, my friends. Okay, what is the benefit? What is the benefit? Allah will ask you. Allah says in the Quran, مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. If you utter anything, there is an angel ready to write everything and to hear everything from you. Okay, so people consider this like the fruit. What is the fruits for the people when they are in the gathering, in the duaniya? Okay, to criticize. And brothers, sisters, it is very easy to criticize. Very easy. For example, now when we are in Qurtuba, go to the Jam'iyya, and if you go to the Jam'iyya maybe 10 minutes, we are ready to criticize the Jam'iyya, I mean the supermarket, for 1 hour. It is easy to criticize. Okay? But now after criticizing, where you will criticize? You'll go to your wife or your family and you criticize Jam'iyya. Okay, go to the mudir, go to the boss and tell him. No, he will not listen. Did you try? Now, what is the benefit? The Muslim Ummah, and this is also part of the khutbah topic, wasting the time. Okay, we want to take an action, a correct action. The correct action, if you can't give advice to the person, go and give him the advice. If you cannot, try to make something to improve, to correct the mistakes in the Muslim Ummah. Many Muslims don't pray. And many of them, they pray in the masjid, pray at home, they don't pray in the masjid. Many sisters, Muslims, they pray, they are good Muslimah, good sisters, but they don't wear the hijab. Many of them steal, and there are a lot of sins. What is your action toward these sins? So we have to be careful when we speak against the rulers and trying to make people hate the rulers, because we should think, what is the benefit? And before that, this is not part of our Sharia. This is not part of our Sharia. Okay, one of the people said to Usama ibn Zayd radiyallahu anhu, Why you are not advising the ruler? Why you are not advising the emir? He said, okay, do you like to tell you that every time I advise the emir that, wallah, I went to him and I gave him the nasiha, I gave him the advice? It should be in a hidden way. The advice should not be publicly. I mean the personal advice. We as general people, we don't accept this. Do you accept that I come to you in front of the people in the masjid, for example, or in the supermarket? Oh, brother Muhammad, brother Abdullah, why you are beating your wife? This is haram. You will not accept this. You will not accept this. You will accept, inshallah, if I, for example, I invite you for a cup of coffee or for a lunch, dinner, or I send you a message, WhatsApp. Okay, Zakallah khair, you are a good brother, you are praying, but in Islam, the Prophet ﷺ doesn't like to those who beating the wife. So we as a general people, we don't, even the kids, our kids don't accept this. If you criticize them in front of the brother or sister. So what about the minister or ruler? Of course, this is dangerous. This is dangerous for the Muslim community. So as a Muslim who likes to follow the Prophet ﷺ, the way of the companions, radiallahu ta'ala anhum, should be wise. If there is a mistake, of course, we have to take an action, but the correct way. You can give a nasiha, direct nasiha, go and give nasiha. If you cannot, maybe you can tell someone who can convey your message to the minister, this minister or that. Okay? Make dua, give da'wah. A lot of things we can do, but unfortunately many Muslims don't do this. جزاكم الله خير وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد. إياك.